Hey, Dirt Gangster, Steve here at the Mud Mafia Garage. As you can see, we're getting all loaded up, ready to take our first trip to West Virginia of the year. Well, actually, I've been, but this is our first family trip. I plan on doing a little a series, more geared towards the family ride. And I like to go out by myself and do my thing, but I also like to take my family with me. My wife has her own machine, and our 14-year-old daughter goes with us. So. We don't do a whole lot of crazy stuff. We ride more of the family-oriented trails. Now, I will say, when we get to Warrior, and that's there where we're going to go to Warrior, Pinnacle Creek. We ride it quite a bit out there. But when we get out there, one thing you'll note is that West Virginia trail ratings are a little different than anywhere else in the country. Some of their black trails are more blue trails. There may be one climb that they've decided to rate the entire trail a black trail, but for the most part, we've ridden all of them. So when we get out here, we will ride some of the black trails, but for the most part, I'm gonna make family-oriented trail ride videos. There's a whole lot of stuff out there with the extreme riding and people putting their machines on their tops, and I know that's fun to see. But there's a whole community of family riders that just go out there to ride the dirt roads and the trails up in the mountains. So give you a little insight to some of the trails and where we stay. Now I'm staying in a different place, a little campground, but normally when we go out here, we have one Airbnb that we like to rent out, but it was rented for 2 of the days that we're going. So I found a new place. Haven't stayed there before. I'll rate it when we get out here. It looks pretty decent. Got good reviews. So the one thing I will say about Welch War, Coretta, there's not the lodging hasn't taken off like it has in the western trails, Maitland and Williamson, and there's a whole lot of lodging around there. That hasn't happened up in this area. So there's some Airbnbs, no real big campgrounds. I guess there is one. I can't the name of it escapes me. There is one pretty good sized campground down there, but that's basically it. So we got about a 5-hour ride. Everybody's loading up. We're getting ready to go. I'll try to turn that in about 4.5 hours. We'll turn that tuner up to a 5. I mean, no, that truck doesn't have a tuner on it. It's still got all the EPA stuff in place. Whose idea was that anyway? Let's put a couple million plastic jugs in the landfills. That's more green than diesel fuel. Anyway, I'm not gonna get political. Anyway, about a 5-hour trip. Talk to you guys when we get there. Hello, Dirt Gangsters. We made it to the Jacobs Fort Creek Lodge, just outside of War, West Virginia. It's actually about maybe 3.5 miles to the trailhead from here. Nice little place. Pretty happy with it. Got a little private bedroom, but then you've got all kinds of sleeping out here. This place will probably sleep 6 to 8 people.
6 or 7 people.
Yeah, maybe more than that. Nice split units. Super nice little place. So we're in for the night. We're not gonna try to ride, but got everything unloaded. My wife's cooking pizza. My daughter's eating whatever she's eating. Nice little place. It's got a hot tub out here. I mean, pretty much anything you could want. It's private back here. We met Randy. Randy's the owner. I guess him and his mother own it. He told us nobody else is coming in tonight, so if we want to, we can shut the gate. Got plenty of parking. I got my trailer dropped over here. Drop my trailer over there. Got my truck here. Side by sides. My truck's here. It's Jacob Fort Creek Campground. I found them on Airbnb. First time we stayed here. Like I said, we normally stay in Coretta, but it was booked up. You know, I actually like this place a little better. Got more parking and got a nice little creek back here. Sit out here and listen to that creek run. That probably put you to sleep. But he's got everything. He's got some oil. He's got some oil trucks. I guess he got his hand in a little bit of everything. He runs oil and rents the Airbnbs. But I'll take you out front here and show you. Try to get this guy some business. It's a nice little place. He's a super nice guy. Super nice guy. Heck, he pulled He pulled one of the oil trucks out of the way for me, but you walk out here and he's got a little store. He's got a little store, gas pumps, so you don't even have to go anywhere. He's got gas pumps right here. So, nice. I mean, nice. My wife said, I haven't been in. I was busy doing all the work while they were playing, but my wife said that he's got a little bit of everything in that store. So, you got a little store right there. You got gas right there. A nice little place to lay your head. Like, pretty much all you're gonna do when you come here to ride, all you're gonna do is sleep. You're gonna get up early in the morning, hit the trails, and you're gonna come back here and sleep. And that place is sure good for that. It's the Mrs. Callan. That's the Mrs. Mafia. But he's got other places here. He's got a camper and another. Looks like I don't know if that's another little rental here or not. But if you had like a large party, you know, maybe 8 to 10 people, whatever, 5 couples. You know, you could put 2 or 3 couples in here, and if this place is for rent, he's got the camper here that rents out, I guess. But nice and private back here. He told us nobody else is coming in. He told us we'd close this gate tonight, keep our stuff secure if we want to. But anyway, I'll hit it again tomorrow morning and get back with you guys when we actually get out here and ride the trail we're in for tonight. I had a couple little issues with my trailer. I lost some. I greased all the bearings on my trailer, and I guess I didn't pound the dust covers on good enough, so I lost 2 dust covers, and you can't run without them because it was just slinging all the grease out of the bearings. So I had to stop and find some dust covers, and then when I did find them, they were the kind that they're not cheap metal. They're the kind that you just leave in and grease through them, and you had to pound them in. I had to buy a mini sledge to get them driven in there. I couldn't drive them in with a mallet, so I had a couple of issues, but we got down here just fine. Like I said, man, it is a nice little place. It is private back in here. It's quiet. So anyway, we'll get you in the morning and do our thing. Hit the trails. See some Warrior Trail tomorrow. All right, keep them right side up and headlight forward. Well, good morning, Dirt Gangsters. It's about 7:30. We just rolled into War. This is our first day of the family trip to Warrior Trail. We're here at the Owl, the West Virginia famous Owl. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you better find out. This place is absolutely grease popping, smoke rolling, just like Grandma used to make country breakfast. Price is pretty reasonable. You'll see people, they got a drive-through window. This place is hopping. They got a drive-through window. People just roll through all morning. We eat breakfast here every morning while we're in this part of the Hatfield area. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna get our grub on. The Owl. You see the Owl? I'm telling you, you're gonna eat breakfast here every day. We'll go in here and take a look. A little drive-through window. We've already ordered. We're just waiting on food. Come on in. You got a nice little seating. They got a nice little outdoor seating area. Daytime you want to sit outside and eat, but go inside. I'm telling you, you're gonna want this breakfast. on in, just a little mom and pop breakfast shop. Family's already here waiting. Yep. The Owl. Probably wondering why they call it the Owl. Well, I believe the name of the sports team was the Owls. So, the Owl. Anyway, we're going to get our grub on. See you guys here in a little while. We'll hit the trails. All right, look, I'm just going to throw this out here, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. But I grew up country. I can remember going farm to farm, hanging tobacco, and you would show up early because you didn't want to miss breakfast. And when you rolled in, if the person cooking was dressed like that, you were fixing ready to eat. You were fixing ready to eat. And this ain't no different. This ain't no different. You see that? You're fixing ready to eat. They connected the spearhead trails to the Hatfeild McCoy trail, so now you do have to buy a separate permit, but still kind of cool. Got a little road work, bridges out up here. Cam for a little while, see how the video turns out. I'll probably end up switching it back to stationary on the, I'm not trying to make anybody dizzy. all the things that you do while you're at home and not on vacation. So when you come through their little communities, don't come through here ripping and roaring with your aftermarket pipes. And listen, we've all heard what side-by-side sound like with aftermarket pipes and stuff. We're not impressed. Just come through here, nice and quiet. Check. It's been, oh man, probably 3 or 4 years ago. They used to do these rock hiding little things for the kids, and at the trailhead you could pick up rocks that they painted and take them out on the trail and hide them, and they had all the information on the back. If you found them, you could post it on the Facebook page. So it's been probably 3 or 4 years ago we hid one. Now the last time we were down here, I think it was last year, we looked and it was still there, so we'll have to look again, see if anybody found that rock. I hid it well. I didn't hide it. I didn't make it impossible, but I hid it well. Here we are. Now we're entering the Warrior Trail system. Trail 16. I don't know when. Not expecting any rain while we're down here. I don't know when's the last time it had rain, but I don't expect the trails to be softened, and hopefully they're not real dusty. Because I don't think one is any better than the other, to be honest. here's my theory. On your first day, don't hit that trail. If you tear your machine up and you've got your Airbnb rented for the next 4 days, you're going to spend the next 4 days riding with somebody or sitting back there in the AC watching TV. Nobody wants to do that. We're going to do Trail 97, but we're going to do it last day or second to last day. We'll do Trail 58. We'll do that's a black trail too, but it's not a red and black. It's just a straight up black trail. And we've been across it several times, so we know that's more like it's more like a blue trail anywhere else. If you're not at Hatfeild, McCoy, it's a blue trail. So I just want to give you guys an example. When you come up on these trails and they're marked, green is easiest and blue is, a little hard, a little more than green. And then you'll see these black trails and they are marked most difficult. They're marked most difficult. But what you'll notice is there are no warning. There's not a warning sign on the trails that you might put your machine on the top. They'll have it'll be a black, and actually I think it's not even black, I think it's black and red. But there'll be a warning sign at the entrance of the trail, where this one doesn't have one. If you go back to Trail 97, there's a nice warning sign there, just letting you know that if you don't, if you're not an experienced driver, you don't have any business on that trail. So we're going to do Trail 77. I'm going to let Sheila lead. I'm going to follow her up. She does a really good job picking lines, and I'm not worried about her at all. And she's in a really, really capable machine, so she loves her Honda. Speaking of which, I'll show you guys here today. This is Sheila's 2021. It's a 2020 or 2021. I believe it's 2021. Honda Talon X4live valve. We've added the Warhead off-road bumpers and tree kickers, and of course she had to have a radio. We had the factory radio installed. We've put harnesses. She's got all four harnesses, bags, of course our garbage bag, and then I'm riding a 2025 KRX, Kawasaki KRX blackout edition. I haven't done anything to it. I take that back. I did add I added the little console tablet holder in the center, and I added the windshield wiper, windshield washer, and the factory box. It's not real big, but I keep my medical kit in there, and my rain suit when it's going to rain. But anyway, that's what we're riding on the trails today. KRX and a Honda. Anyway, we're going to hit Trail 77. I'm going to let Sheila run it, and I'm going to follow her up. Just give her a go. All right, here we go. Hatfeild, McCoy. Warrior Trail, Trail 77. Lucio will lead. I'm gonna follow. Away we go. Well, probably not. Very mild black. Probably the top of the windshield.
77. They said you see the black trails, they can be scary just to see a black trail, but till you go across them, you know, you never know. But they're not that bad. Like I said, as long as they don't have a warning sign, just give her a go. You won't be surprised. They're not that bad. Alrighty.
Hey, dirt gangsters. Came all the way across Warrior Trail. We came down on the Welch side. Grabbed a little bite to eat. We're here at the Grill and Chill in Welch. I'm going to tell you what. This is the second time we've eaten here. Last time I had stuffed peppers. This time I had a turkey sandwich. Man, that food is good. So if you're looking for a good place to eat, the Grill and Chill right here in Welch. As soon as you come down off the trail onto the Welch connector, you just take a right and come all the way to the end. Take another right, and it's right there. Keep them right side up and headlights forward. Morning, dirt gangsters. It's our second day here, and well, we're in Cucumber, West Virginia. We're right outside of War, West Virginia. So today I got a plan. We're gonna ride a little bit of Warrior Trail. We're only gonna be on Warrior Trail for maybe 15-20 minutes. We're gonna drop down Trail 30 on the other side, ride asphalt up into Welch, and then over to Kimball. And then from Kimball, we'll probably just go straight through on asphalt to the beginning of Pocohontas Trail. And then we're going to ride down to Bromwell. We probably won't get into Bromwell till 12:30, 1 o'clock maybe. So we'll stop at the little corner soda shop and eat lunch. If you haven't eaten there, again, you know, when we come down here, we know what we're going to eat. I'm a chunky boy, and chunky boys like to eat, so I know where I'm going to eat. But the little soda fountain in Bromwell, man, for if you're looking for good food, you know that they've got it. And they also have homemade ice cream, and it's kind of set up like an old 50s style soda fountain, so it's pretty cool. So we'll ride in there, grab lunch, and then we'll probably come back a different direction. We're probably gonna have to ride, I don't know, 40 minutes on asphalt, 45 minutes on asphalt, and then probably ride another 45 minutes on asphalt back. So a couple hours of our trip will be just getting there and back. But then there's some trails in between there. There's a connector trail right there at Kimball. I don't know if we'll hit that or not. We'll probably ride straight through. We may hit it on the way back. And then a little bit of trail riding on Warrior this morning. And then we'll ride a little bit up in Pocohontas. We'll go down to the trailhead and hit their gift shop. They got a nice gift shop there at the trailhead at the end of Pocahontas Trail. So anyway, day 2, getting ready to roll. Get her loaded up and get on the go. I'll get some video here in a little while.
All right, we are on the Pocahontas trailhead. Just hit it. Just got here. Road to road here. We're gonna ride into Bromwell. I'll record a little bit of it. A little bit of the ride to Bromwell. This is Trail 18. Pocahontas Trail. Real rocky. They are probably the dustiest of all the trails. When it dries out, they get pretty dusty. I may have to make a couple stops away from my wife. She likes to stay way back so she's not in my dust cloud. riders coming at you, it's customary to flash a signal. For instance, I have one person behind me, just my wife, so I hold up one finger to let them know that there's one more behind me. And then when she comes by, she'll hold up a closed fist, and that lets them know that there's nobody behind her. Just kind of a safety thing, so they know not to go flying to the trail if there's another rider coming. Like I said, West Virginia is really the only place where I see it done with any type of consistency. I've ridden in Indiana and Tennessee, Kentucky. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of other places. Like everybody, some people do it, but in West Virginia, everybody does it. It's kind of customary. Safety. It's a safety thing. You only use the one hand, so if you have more than five, you just hold up 5, and then the guy behind you holds up 5, and you just keep doing that until you get down to 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, you get it. Like go at a little slower pace. You have a responsibility to be responsible up here, man. There's people up here with their families and their kids. I don't want anybody head on come around these blind curves. You'll notice as we're riding, there are the people that don't just go barreling ass around the corner and have to lock it up. I don't do that. Like I said, I feel like I have a responsibility to be responsible. I'm not trying to get anybody hurt up here. headed the right way. We're headed the right way. bad. I thought that was one of them not part of the trail system things. barreling. Hit that guy head on, man, and just ruin his, not only his vacation, you can ruin his life. One of his kids or something. right, thank you. Been that way.
Hey there, gangster, we just rolled into the town of Bromwell. We're gonna eat at the corner shop. I'll say it again, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you better find out, because they sure do got some good food. This is Bromwell. At one time, Bromwell was, in the United States, the richest town per capita. They had like several millionaires in the late 1800s, early 1900s, so they were like the richest town per capita in America. They got a little walking tour you can take and go around and look at all the mansions. You get the map back at the Welcome Center. But anyway, walk up here to the corner soda shop. Like I said, it's an old soda fountain, kind of set up like the old 50s or 60s soda fountains. Bunch of little shops along through here. The girls are running. They're at a running pace. And here it is, the old-fashioned corner shop. Going in here, take a look around. Set up like an old soda fountain. Alrighty, that's a soda fountain. We're gonna get our grub on. Alrighty, we're gonna get our grub on. Well, good morning, Dirt Gangsters. It's early. It's like 6, I don't know, probably about 6:30. Our last day. This is our last day of the trip. Just wanted to get out here a little early and just enjoy it. He's got a nice little porch heater. I got the little porch heater on. It's a brisk morning. But I just want to get out here and just kind of enjoy it our last day. I love this place down here. But don't really have any plans today. We're just going to kind of freewheel it. We probably won't get back out here again this year, so we do want to get our ride on Warrior. It's our favorite trail system, but it is also the furthest one from the house. So we normally take several trips to Hatfeild, McCoy, but most of them are to the Matewan area because I can be there in about 3.5 hours. It takes me about 5.5. With stops and everything, maybe almost 6 hours to get down here. So we normally only do this one once a year. So we want to ride Warrior. We'll probably hit all the trails on Warrior again one more time. I want to get a couple more videos. I noticed that I ran out of memory SD card room when we were riding the February 37, which in my opinion is the best trail in all of Hatfeild McCoy. I love that trail, so I do want to get a good video of that today. So I need to get that. We need to run out there and get that. So anyway, our last day, no plans. We'll load up tonight. We typically will rent it for the last day, just so we don't have to be out at 11 a.m. today. You know, we want to actually take our last day and go out and ride, and then not have to be rushed to get back and get loaded up. But we probably won't spend the night tonight, because basically all we're going to do is, you know, sleep here and then have to get up and pack and be out of here by 11 a.m. and you know, it just doesn't seem, you know, I'd rather make the 5-hour trip home tonight, sleep in my own bed, get up tomorrow. It gives me a whole day to get my machines unloaded, get them washed, get them put back in the building. So we'll probably ride till about 2 or 3 o'clock. Then we'll come back here and pack up and get the Airbnb all ready to go. We'll go down and say goodbye to them and turn in our key and thank them for letting us stay here in their awesome little place. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far, and we'll make a few more before we get out of here. Keep them right side up and headlight forward. Breakfast?
Yep.
You want to get breakfast this morning?
Yep.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
So hi, Facebook.
Hi, Facebook.
Do you want to get breakfast this morning?
Yes. That's what I'm
Where do you want to have breakfast at?
The Owl.
Why the Owl? Why not Wendy's?
Because I don't want that shit.
You just want the Owl.
Yes.
All right, then.
I just want the Owl.
All right, then. All right, here we are. Back at the Owl, our last day. Probably, it's a sad day, our last day eating at the Owl. I just want to stop and drop a little message. I can't stress this enough. When you come down to these areas, whether it's Matewan or War, Coretta, we try to eat local. We don't want to do the, you know, there's a Wendy's, McDonald's, KFC, and Welch, but we try not to do the big chains. We try to eat local, keep the money here. When we pick our Airbnbs, we try to pick Airbnbs where the people who are renting them out are local. A lot of the Airbnbs are being bought by people in Maryland, and New York, and Connecticut. And you can see that the owners aren't even around here, so you're renting that, and all the money's going out of state. You know, I'm sure they get a little bit of taxes and stuff, but for the most part, most of the rent money's going out of state. So we try to keep everything local. We try to eat local. We try to rent local. We hit all the little in-town shops, like, you know, they sell a lot of souvenirs and stuff at the trailheads and stuff. But we went to Wild Willie's yesterday. That's a place we like to stay down in North Fork. We stopped in there and bought all of our t-shirts and hats and all that stuff, because that money stays local and helps him out. So anyway, our last trip to the Owl. Like I said, if you don't know, you better find out. It is grease popping, smoke rolling, country cooking goodness. So anyway, last trip, just wanted to drop that message. Try to keep your money local when you can. It helps out the trail system. If you like riding these trails and you want them to be here, make sure your money stays here. Okay, here we go. This is Trail 37 of the Warrior Trail System. In my opinion, one of the best trails in all of Hatfield, McCoy. I'm going to let my wife lead. Hopefully it won't be too dusty. It's going to be a little dusty, but if you notice she's crawling, it's just because she's not trying to kick up dust, not because the trail is bad. All right, baby, you ready? Here we go. So this is a nice trail. It's got some climbs, but they're nice, smooth climbs. It's going to be a little dusty, but hopefully not so dusty that we can't see.
Sheila the Talon Callan, and Steve the KRX guy. We've had that Talon for a few years. I think it's a 2020 or 2021. So yeah, we've had it 4 or 5 years. It's just been a great machine, man. We haven't done anything to it to change oil. The oil and the dip fluid, that's it. That thing just handles everything. I swear, I have no doubt if I get to the top of something, I have no doubt she's coming right up behind me. That thing is just sure-footed as the billy goat. Wheelbase was like 10 inches longer, something like that. Don't quote me on that, but it wasn't much. So you get a 4-seater that's not, you know, a whole lot bigger than a 2-seater. Some of them other ones, that Can-Am and well, even the Polaris and the KRX 4-seaters are just, man, they are school buses. sidewall and flipped it over. He was okay. Took us about 15-20 minutes. We ended up pulling his winch and strapping it to a tree, so when we flipped it over, it didn't start rolling. We had about 4 or 5 of us grabbed it and flipped it back up on its wheels, and then winched his front end up the hill so we could get him lined up. He just backed down the hill. He was fine. The machine was broke a little plastic around the tail light. His tail light was hanging, but for the most part, he was okay, and the machine was okay. The most important thing was he was okay. You got to pay attention. You know, that wasn't he wasn't in an area where you're in any danger, but I mean, you can't drive up on the wall. If I drove up on that wall right there, it's going to flip me. that's fun. Treatment. Trail 21 of the Warrior Trail system. I'm gonna try to video as much of it as I can. I walked out of the house and forgot all my batteries this morning, so we'll see how much of it we can get. Fun trail. It's got a little bit of everything. Here we go. black trails and purple trails, but you don't have to take those. You can get everywhere. You can get everywhere you need to go on trails that look just like these. Kind of the point of my video. I know you'll see a lot of the extreme videos. Everybody wants to video themselves going across Trail 97. Well, I don't want you to think that that's, what these trails are. They're not. That's one trail. But most of the Warrior Trail system you'll find just like this one. Good family stuff. Good family trails. push them and make them, you know, make them think they need to go faster than they're going. I'm not in a hurry. Really is a nice trail. It's smooth. There's a little climb at the end of it, but it's not bad. Right along the bottoms of the creek beds. got some switchbacks uphill. One little trail.
Hey Dirt Gangster, Steve here. We are back at the Mud Mafia garage. We made it home safely from our first trip. We had a blast, had an absolutely good time. Loved the Airbnb. The owner was so nice. We slept well, we ate well. We had a really good trip. Machines are all cleaned up. I got them all cleaned up yesterday. I actually had to work today. I was wishing I was still in West Virginia, but they're back there all cleaned up and ready to go for next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to give you an insight to what the actual West Virginia experience is, not just the trail riding. You know, you can go anywhere and just ride trails and circles and just ride and stop and eat some Vienna sausages on the side of the trail, whatever. West Virginia is a totally different experience. You know, you leave in the morning and you have a destination. You're going to go do something or see something or eat something or ride into the little towns. It's, you know, it's almost like stepping back in time. It's a totally different place, you know. There's so much to do. There's overlooks. There's the food is fabulous. You know, the little mom and pop shops. You know, the little soda shops and little places like the Owl or the Grill and Chill in Welch, where we ate at. The people are fabulous. The views are spectacular. It's more than just a trail ride. It's an experience, you know, and I highly recommend anybody. But I try to give you the trail perspective. The trails that you see in the video they represent the majority of the Hatfield McCoy trails. They are dirt roads. They are old coal roads. Put your kids in the back seat and go enjoy yourself. Take them out and let them see something, you know. I highly recommend it to anybody. Anyway, the machines are all cleaned up. I'm ready to go. If you haven't already, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe, share my video. If not, that's fine too. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know. Leave in the comment section. Should I talk less? Do you want to see more trails, more trail riding, and less of the restaurants and views? And you know, let me know. I'll take it in consideration for the next video. Like I said, I'm not a content creator. I'm just getting into this. You have to understand, we rode for hours. We rode 8 hours the first day and 7 hours the second day, and even on our last day, I think we rode 5 or 6 hours, but I can't make a 20-hour long video. So I tried to show you the trails. Like I said, the trails that you see in my video represent the majority of the Hatfield McCoy trails. There are the extreme trails. If you want to see those, I know West Virginia Trailing and the Can-Am crew, there are some good content creators out there that'll show you the extreme trails and the technical trails. I wanted to do more of the put your family in your side by side and go enjoy nature. So there's a lot to see. There's man, just so much history, coal, and just the Maitland massacre, and it's endless. You know, town to town to town, ride to town to town. It's like stepping back in time. Anyway, like, subscribe, share. If not, that's fine. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep them right side up and headlight forward. My daughter said I have to say Steve out.